What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map, and what a shocker. We're back at the Covel Mall. It's like we never left. In fact, it is like we never left because we never left, okay? I've been working on this mall non-stop! It's driving me crazy. All I see is mall in my dreams, in my waking life. It's just mall. I'm beginning to go a little stir-crazy. Could you tell? Could you tell? Thankfully, very thankfully, I've had a lot of help on this mall, so I want to thank everyone who's been pitching in to get this mall done in time for episode 300, the solid MP15s, the Diamond A-teams, the Zachary 83s, there's been many more, the Stale Raisins, who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting the Stormzixes, thank you Stormzix, and all sorts of people. I can't name you all because I've had so many helpers. I'm so lucky to have helpers, guys, really am, and I want to say thank you and tell you that I'm appreciative. I'm going to show you guys this work off in a later video sometime this week. Basically, guys, we had such a huge push on Nordies that I'm confident in saying that it's like 99% done. Yes, Nordies, the part of the project that I didn't want to do at all. It's now coming to close. So I'm happy about that. So what I'm going to work on today is I'm going to do some odds and ends in the mall, some offices of the mall employees. I'm going to maybe work on some aesthetics inside the shops. You know, do little odds and ends here and there. Just working away, getting this mall ready, getting it ready. So, yeah, we're going to do fast forward. Today's Monday. You know what that means. Creative question of the week time. Shall we dive right into it? Why not? Today's creative question of the week comes from Whiscrum Sanabria. Alright, you guys know Whiscrum. Everyone knows Whiscrum. He asks, now that you got nostalgic and past 2 years on Desolation, also 2 years in Beanburg, how is the experience and difference playing creative versus survival? Would you open a new survival Beanburg 2.0? Alright, thank you Whiscrum for that question. I really appreciate it. Be sure you guys leave a creative question in the comments field below so that I have questions to answer in the future. We're going to dive right into this. If you guys haven't seen, I showed off my 2-year survival server, Beanburg. That's what Whiscrum's talking about. Go check it out. I'll put a link on the card so you can see it if you haven't seen it yet. Beanburg was a wild success, at least in my opinion. You know, most community servers, at least at the time, most community servers on the consoles were really struggling. They'd last for a month or two, and because it was not structured, you know, people were to say, oh, come in my world and build, we'll start a community, you know. But I realized very early on that it takes far more work than that to run a survival community server. And I learned that running a survival community server is something that requires patience, it requires knowledge, it requires skill, it requires people skills, and it really requires a lot of foresight into what you're going to do, how and why. You know what I mean? So that's why I felt the Beanburg succeeded, is because I put a lot of thought and a lot of effort into it. And it lasted for 2 years. We had hundreds of people playing on it. Even more than that went through the trials and failed and we couldn't play on it, unfortunately. So it was a success, and I was really happy about the way it went. But after 2 years, there was a lot of issues. There was a glitch that really caused a lot of problems. Not a glitch, or maybe more like a bug. It caused a lot of problems and kind of... It was a bad one, okay? Every time I died, the server would freeze. Yeah, it was that bad. And so it was getting impossible to play PvP, which we did a lot of. I had a lot of games for people, so I had to close it down. Besides, it was 2 years. It was time. You know, it was time to start a new project, and so we started Desolation. But to answer Whiscrum's questions, here we are, 2 years later, and I'm getting an itch, guys. I got this itch, and the only way to scratch it is with a pickaxe. That's right, the only way to scratch this itch is with the pickaxe. So what did Whiscrum ask me? I forgot. Okay, he asked me, I got nostalgic. Yes, doing that video for being around the world made me very nostalgic. The memories came flooding back. All the time spent on that server, and it was a lot of time, guys. I will admit, a lot of time spent on that server. We had so much fun. I really did. It was a very community experience. That's what it is. Community server, community experience, of course, duh. But it just brought us together. I made a lot of friends. We interacted with each other. That's one thing about Minecraft, guys. And that's the cool thing about Minecraft, is it brings people together. Things like Call of Duty, where you just shoot each other and then scream at each other over Xbox Live about how much better you are than the other person. That doesn't bring anyone together. But Minecraft makes people work together for a common goal. And once you reach that goal, you feel like you could do anything, really. You feel like you could do anything. So, Beanburg was a shining success. I have no regrets whatsoever. The nostalgia hit me pretty hard. I know I say don't get nostalgic, but this time, yes, the nostalgia hit me. So, that was amazing. Going through and looking at all the old stuff. There's going to be like a 3-part episode, probably. I can't... the only way to show you Beanburg... in the first video, we scratched the surface. We barely saw any of it. There's so much more to see. So tune in for the next couple Bean Around the Worlds, and you're going to see the rest of Beanburg. Alright. So, what else did Whiscom ask me? He said the nostalgia part, yes. How was the experience and difference playing creative versus survival? You know, it's a little different. I feel the same sense of community working on the Desolation map, but with a lot fewer people. Only because I can't trust everybody. You know what I mean? So many people come in here and ask for privileges. Guys, if you come in here and ask for privileges, you know, the first time you meet me, I want to tell you this right now. I've been working on this map for 2 years. 2 years, okay? I have put every single block exactly where I think it should go. I don't treat this as a video game. I treat this as an art medium. To me, this is an art project. Okay? An art project. How many of you guys have worked on an art project before? In school or outside of school? It doesn't matter. You know, you've worked on an art project before, right? How would you feel if someone came up to you while you're working on your project and started doing their own thing on your canvas? How would you feel? Okay? So don't ask me for privileges. I don't want you to touch my art. Okay? This is my art project and you shouldn't be touching it. I do give privileges to people I trust, and that's why I give it to them. I have to earn your trust, and the only way I can do that is from meeting you and hanging out with you and seeing what you're capable of, okay? Privileges on the Desolation map is not about your skill level or your passion to do something. It's all about trust. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk more about community service. Now, Viscom says, are you thinking about doing a Beanburg 2.0? Oh, baby. I don't know, guys. We're on a 2-year cycle, it seems like. I played survival for 2 years. I played creative for 2 years. And now I'm getting the itch that only a pickaxe can solve. So, I have some good news and I have a big announcement. Today I'm going to give the official details of my new survival community server. Here we go. Thank you, Wiscom, for asking that question. He may or may not have known about the survival server and was prompt to ask the question. But thank you anyway, Wiscom. So, yes, guys, I'm going to be starting a new survival community server once the update drops. Once the update drops, we're starting over, baby! Beanburg 2.0! Get pumped, get amped, get excited, because I am. Can you tell? Oh, man, and I have some great ideas about it that I'm going to share with you guys today. Okay? Now, there's not going to be trials. In Beanburg, I had the trials, and I invited everyone to come over. Everyone I could possibly imagine. Just come on over to Beanburg. Pass the trials and you're in. Don't pass the trials, then I'm sorry. Okay? That's not the way we're going to do it this time. This time, everybody is allowed in. Everybody. But there's a catch. If you have an Xbox One, you're going to be allowed to play. Yes, if you have an Xbox One Minecraft, you're going to be allowed to play. You also have to have a microphone. Microphones are required for this community server. I'm sorry, if you don't have a microphone, you better get one if you want to play. I don't care if you're a little squeaker 4-year-old kid or if you're an 80-year-old man. As long as you have a microphone and you're willing to communicate in a mature way, then you are in. Okay, but that's not all. Okay, let me tell you how it's going to work. We're going to be playing on an Xbox One large size map. That means there's 25 map sizes, okay? Now, obviously, we're going to spawn in one of these maps. And that map spawn, the original spawn, will be the spawn map that's shared by everyone. Okay? Now, how do I explain this? Okay, how do I explain this? We're only going to be playing on 9 maps. So there's going to be the spawn map in the center and the 8 surrounding maps that are adjacent to it. You guys can see that in your head, right? The 8 maps around it. So those are the only maps that we're going to play on, even though it's an Xbox One large size. So that's the only place we're going to play on, the 9 squares, all right? Each square will be a country. And each country will be led by one leader. That's right, there will be 8 leaders in this world. We're going to have 8 different countries. Sort of like factions, but not really. We're going to think of it as countries with real borders, okay? We're going to have 8 leaders. And each of these leaders is going to choose exactly the rules of their land. They're the leaders. They choose the laws and regulations, okay? So these 8 leaders are going to set up a system of how they want to play survival. And on this server, we're going to have 8 different countries, all of which have different laws, different rules, different regulations. We're going to treat this like a model UN, okay, guys? And so once these 8 leaders, so what I'm going to do is, these 8 leaders, they're going to help me build spawn. And at spawn, we're going to build a meeting room, basically like a UN conference room. And this is where the leaders are going to come together to discuss world politics, world affairs, things that matter to the whole server. Okay? So that's where we're going to meet up, the leaders and their delegates. Okay? Now, we're also going to build at spawn, we're going to build a shopping area where you can buy, sell, and trade stuff. And we're going to build, each nation will have an embassy. Okay, so for the first month or so, these 8 leaders are going to be the only ones playing on the world, and we're going to be building embassies and meeting rooms. You know what I mean? We're going to be building up spawn together. Okay, each leader is going to go off in somewhere in the map, start a little mini base, and then when we're done building that, then I'm going to invite everyone to come in. And when you come into this world, you have to choose which country you want to be a part of. And the leader has to accept you, okay? So you're going to have 8 different types of ways to play survival to choose from. You must choose one, and you are a member of that country, and you're going to live in that country. You're going to follow that country's laws, and we're going to play some survival together, all right? Now, here's some things to help make the community, it sounds like we're going to be all separated doing our own thing, but that's not the case, guys, because several things have to happen here. Each country is required to sell a certain amount of items. I haven't decided on the item yet, but you are required to sell at the spawn point. You're required to sell items. Alright? So you have to be selling something. So any person can go to spawn and buy resources. Now there's not going to be a money currency system. Everything on this, in the spawn chunk, in the spawn map, will be based on the trade and barter system. Now, naturally, every country might have a different currency, so we can't use a standard currency on the spawn map. So we're going to use the trade and barter system, okay? And you can set your prices and what you want to receive in exchange for the thing you're selling. It's going to be really cool. If there's war, you have to have 3 reasons to go to war. Okay, I don't want people going to war just because they feel like PvP, okay? You have to have 3 solid reasons, and then the delegates, the leaders' delegates, will go to the spawn chunk and we'll vote on whether to approve that war or not. If it's a just war, we'll allow it. If it's somebody who just wants to war for fun, then we won't allow it. Okay? So that's how the server is going to work. Does it sound fun to you? It sounds fun to me. Alright, so you're probably wondering, how are we going to choose these leaders? Well, guys, first and foremost, I want to give priority to people who have YouTube channels. Alright? They're going to get the top priority because I want to film this. I'm going to film this. This is going to be a new series on the channel. It's going to follow along from day 1 to year 2. Who knows how long it's going to be, but yes, people with channels will get priority. Now, I don't want to give it to leadership to just people with channels, though. I want to invite people who really want to be leaders, even if you don't have a channel, okay? Even if you don't have a channel, I want people who really want to be a leader, to step into the leadership role, to have an opportunity. So this is what we're going to do, guys. The way I'm going to choose leaders is I'm going to have you submit a short essay on why you want to be a leader, basically. Okay? This is going to be a 500 words or more essay. If it's under 500 words, I don't think you're going to be able to say everything I want you to say. Now, the reason I'm making you do this essay is because I want people who are dedicated. People who are going to be there to rule their lands. Not people who are going to come and go, whenever they feel like it. People who really want to participate. So if you really want to participate, you're going to need to write me 500 words at least. And things to think about, things to include are, first of all, your gamer tag. Obviously, I need to know your gamer tag. That goes without saying. Also, why you want to be a leader. What makes you want to be a part of this community and step into the leadership role? How you plan on running your community, the intricacies. What kind of leader will you be? Will you heavily tax your people and, have them oppressed? Will you let them be free to do whatever they want? Is it somewhere in the middle? What kind of leader will you be? Okay? Also, what laws you will put into place for your citizens. I want you to give me some specific laws that you're thinking about using. Okay? So think about the laws and write down some laws. I want this to be in paragraph essay form. I don't want you to list these things. I want you to write it, okay? Because another stipulation of being a leader is you're going to have to be pretty mature. And if you can't write a 500-word paragraph essay, then I don't think that you're set up for leadership material. Now, if you don't want to go this route and write the whole essay, you can just play the game. You don't have to be a leader. You can be a person in the community. You don't have to. This is not for everyone, okay? This is just for the leaders. And you can send that to my email at beancrew49@gmail.com. gmail.com. That is my email, and you can send it there, and the sooner the better, guys. Because I want to start this as soon as the update drops, okay? As soon as the update drops, I want to start this, start recording, start playing, start everything, all right? So if you want to be a leader, you know what to do, guys. You now know what to do, and if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll answer the questions you have. I know there's going to be a lot of questions, but feel free to ask them. I don't mind. And yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited. Oh, just going back into Beanburg and just remembering how much fun we had. I'm just looking forward to this so much. It's going to be great. It's not going to be a 24/7 server. I'm still going to focus on Desolation. Desolation will be the #1 focus. But this will be something to do in the times when we're not playing Desolation. Okay, guys? Yeah, what else can I say about it? Have I said everything I wanted to say? I don't know. I think so. I can't think of anything else. Anything extra you want to include in your essay is fine. You can write more than 500 words if you want. I don't mind. I'm a writer. I'm a reader, so I don't mind reading your writing. Okay, guys? All right, we're getting down to it. That was the Covel Mall. A little work done in the Covel Mall, getting closer to completion, closer to 300, closer to the survival server, community server. It's coming, guys. I'm so excited. I haven't played survival in 2 years. I got the itch. Ooh, I got the itch. Yes, I do. I got the itch. Alright, so send me your stuff. I'll be looking forward to that. As soon as you finish it, send it right over. We want to get this done quickly. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking. Leave a like if you're as excited as I am. Oh, man. This is cool. Tell your friends. We're going to be playing some community survival. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.